Good Saturday, everyone. This is meteorologist Bill Stromitis for Live Weather Blogs. Plenty of cloud cover around the northeast on this Saturday with high pressure starting to move off the coast. And yet another cold front is approaching the area from the west. We can see it here on the map. And these fronts really moving along very quickly in fast flow aloft with the jet stream overhead. They just keep moving right on out. And this one we can see on the map here. We'll be approaching the area this evening. We can see it over Pennsylvania and then moving right on through later on during the overnight, probably around midnight. We'll start to see a couple of showers around. Nothing really to speak of, just a couple scattered showers across the area. And then once that front moves through the area, we see dry air moving very quickly during the day on Sunday. Let's look at Sunday morning. 30s showing up really widespread across Pennsylvania. A little bit warmer over Jersey and New York City, probably 40s in the suburbs with some low 50s in town. During the day on Sunday, surprisingly, it's really not going to be that cold, even though we do have very cold air overhead, downsloping, which means we'll have the air coming down the mountains here. Very good mixing will still allow temperatures to reach the low 60s across most of the area. And then we'll really start to rebound during the day on Monday. You can see here temperatures in the 60s really across the whole Northeast, with temperatures aloft starting to rise. And then another cold front starts to approach the area and moves through on Tuesday. Now this front is going to be different. This time we're going to really start to see the cold air move in as a trough moves into the east. And that trough's not going to be going anywhere. Now what I really wanted to talk about is as we move ahead here into Wednesday, we can see on the GFS, what's that popping off the coast there? A low pressure system. What that's going to be is a Miller B. And what a Miller B is we see energy coming in from the Midwest, and that translates offshore. But as it moves offshore, what happens is the ocean is very warm, and we see a very big thermal gradient here between the cold air over the land and warmer air over the ocean. And what happens is we see a pretty intense low pressure system develop on the GFS, and it really intensifies as it starts to move to the northeast around 992 millibars close to Maine here. And what this would mean is, well, in the winter time, we'd be saying, okay, snowstorm coming. But it's not winter, it's still the fall. And ocean waters are warm, so the boundary layer is going to be warm. And what the problem is that the atmosphere really doesn't want to snow. It wants to rain. Now, could it snow? Yes, especially over the interior because this air mass is just so cold. It's really does have that potential. We can see the 540 line clearing the coast here later in the day on Wednesday and moving offshore. So some of these wraparound showers here could be in the form of snow across, especially New England, maybe interior New England. But it really does look to be more of a north and west sort of thing because the coastal areas really will struggle a lot with those warm ocean temperatures right nearby. Regardless, though, not going to be anything too significant, but definitely something to watch as we head right on into this week. And then that storm moves on out, and look, we still have plenty of cold air left moving in even toward next weekend. So this cold isn't going to be going anywhere soon. Definitely get out your winter coats with temperatures barely making it into the 50s in the daytime, widespread 40s and 30s at night. Let's take a look very quickly at the NAO index, which I think is interesting and I've been talking about in some of my blogs. The NAO is going from negative to pretty big jump up to positive in the end of October. And this usually does signal some kind of a storm moving up the coast. So the GFS has something now that I just showed you later on this week. A lot of the other models are, the Canadian's not really showing it. The European had something on it last night. But I do think we will see something. It depends on how big we can actually get it, but some kind of a storm moving up the East Coast because the indices really do support it. We've got plenty of cold air here, so maybe we will see some light snow, especially up to the north and west. Definitely something to watch and keep an eye on as we head into this last week of October. Thanks for listening.